Today on Crypto Cryptid, we're going to be talking about Litecoin. If you're looking to learn more about Litecoin, then you're in the right place. I'm about to reveal all you need to know about Litecoin. So, let's get into the video. Litecoin is an open source software project and peer-to-peer cryptographic currency based on the Litecoin protocol. Litecoin was initially an early spin or parallel of the Bitcoin project, beginning in October of 2011. Like many other altcoins, Litecoin differs from the traditional internet currency by being resistant to peer printing. This is different from the more popularly known practice of issuing digital coins using offline computer networks. While other currencies are susceptible to hacking, security holes created in the Litecoin software make it virtually impossible for outside parties to change information within the network. The major difference between the two currencies is that Litecoin does not function with a fixed exchange rate, as is the case with Bitcoins. Instead, Litecoin only exists as a store of value. Bitcoins, however, are valued by the market cap of the network, which is the overall value of all the Bitcoins that have ever been issued. Litecoin, on the other hand, exists only to track the fluctuations in the value of the Bitcoins that have already been issued. It is designed to provide a solution for users who are interested in creating a store of value, but do not wish to rely on the ever-fluctuating prices of Bitcoins. Unlike most other currencies, Litecoin transactions are not limited to one-time processing and transfer of money. Transactions can occur every second of the day. This is done through what is called a pool. A pool is made up of multiple smaller transactions that happen in a short period of time. This is done so that there are not drastic increases or decreases in the transaction fees. Another difference between Bitcoin and Litecoin is that the former can be printed out on any time with the permission of the owners. Transactions can only be performed when a buyer and a seller agree to it. Transactions that are done manually can take weeks to complete, depending on how complicated the underlying transaction is. Because of this, transactions can be delayed until the proper paperwork is in order and the proper licenses and authorities are in place. Another difference between Litecoin and Bitcoin is that Litecoin only operates in response to a block of transactions that have been formatted into a special transaction block. The transaction block is what acts as a proof that the Litecoin operator has taken the time to process a particular transaction. Because of this, a transaction can be easily traced back to its creator. Transactions that are not properly followed will be attributed to the owners of the Bitcoins that were used in the transaction. Transactions that are properly followed will not be traced back to the owner of the Litecoin and will not incur any fees. There are several ways in which Litecoin and Bitcoins function differently. Yet another way in which they differ is that Litecoin operates within a 24-hour period, like most other cryptocurrency operates in a 1-hour time period. Another way in which they differ is that, unlike Bitcoins, there is no need for a third party. This again makes Litecoin more private and easier to track because all transactions are processed within the currency itself. Also, because there are no third parties involved in the processing process, fees are nearly non-existent. Yet again, another major difference between Litecoin and Bitcoins is that Litecoin does not have a market cap. Market caps are used to indicate the value of a very specific unit of currency. And because of this, it is unlikely that an increase in the value of Litecoin would have a significant impact on the price of Bitcoins. The presence of a market cap makes it more difficult for an investment to gain a foothold in the market because of the high barriers to entry. Yet another difference between Litecoin and Bitcoin is the level of mining that occurs. See, unlike with Bitcoins, Litecoin does not use an algorithm to determine how much money should be produced. Instead, There is a mathematical formula that determines just how many lines are produced for a particular amount of time. This same algorithm is used to determine the difficulty that a miner will have to get the number of lines produced right on average. Because of this, a miner's risk is greatly reduced compared to what it can be with Bitcoins. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more great videos on all things cryptocurrency.